And welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a great day. This is another video in the Django series. So yeah, let's just get to it. I want to power up Visual Studio Code, and then I want to open up Microsoft Edge. All right, since that is up, open up Microsoft Edge, and let me just open up some important stuff. So, let me just go to the Django website. Django, yeah, there it is. All right, Django website. All right, now where was the tutorial? Hold on. Let me see. Where was the tutorial? Okay. It started with Django. Install Django. Okay, already done this. Intro to Django. There is a lot of stuff to cover. My first Django app. Try this tutorial. Alright. This has already been done. So let's move on to part 2. And where were we in part 2? Somewhere over here. Alright. Almost there. I do want to remember we were somewhere over here. Alright, yeah, this is where we were. Alright, yeah. Okay. Now let's just go full screen first. Let me check if the microphone is open. Alright, it is. It is working. Now let's go full screen. Okay, Python manage.py run server, yeah, definitely. But first, let me just open up the folder real quick. Alright, there it is. Alright, the terminal is about to open. Meanwhile, let's just go through this. Open a web browser and go to the admin on your local admin. And you should see the admin's login screen. Oh, so pre-made stuff, and the terminal has still not loaded. Let me just see what might be the stuff that might not be making it load. Still don't know. It's still loading, so just let it load. This is for... Okay, this is for Windows. I manage.py, alright, there it is. Let's start the server. PyManage.py run server. Okay, PyManage.py run server. What is this? I made what do you call this? A typing error. PyManage.py run server. What is this? Could import Django. Are you sure it's installed and available on your Python path? Could import Django. What would that happen? Let me see. Django version. Well, it seems we might have stumbled upon a problem, so let's just install Django again. I mean, no problem. Install Django. That is not a problem. We can just install Django once again. Hold on. I don't see Python loaded. I don't see Python loaded for some reason. Python should be like here somewhere. That is so weird. Or probably no, it's installing Django once again. This is like a bit weird. Didn't I install Django in one of my previous videos? It's a bit surprising. I mean, yeah, I don't know why this could happen. Um, well, I guess let's just wait and see what happens. This shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't be happening, but yeah, it is happening, and we're dealing with it. Downloading TZ data. You can see it's installing collect packages. TZ data SQL parse as a REF the Django. If we like try to understand the error, it says no module named Django. Alright, there it is. Now let's run the server, python manage.py. Run server. There we go. Alright, so, yeah, the server is just a development server, not using a production setting. Use a production OSA or SCA server instead. Okay. And go to this. No. Don't go right now. Don't go right now. Okay, it is loading. Alright, so this is the same thing as this. It's the same thing. You see this? 8,000 port on port 8,000. And this is the IP address. I just had to type /admin, but yeah, it already did that. Alright. Yeah, we see this. Since translation is turned on by default, if you set language code, the login screen will be displayed in the given language if Django has appropriate translations. Enter the admin site. With a super user account create a previous step. Okay, so we did that before. So it was like admin and admin, right? Case sensitive. What do you mean? It was admin, right? Oh, the password was admin. Alright, yeah. So it was admin and then admin. Alright, let's just save that. Okay. Authentication and authorization. You can see a few types of editable content, groups, and users. They're provided by Django.contrib.auth. The authentication framework shipped by Django. Make the pull app modifiable in the admin. Okay. Well, where's your pull app? It's not displayed on the admin index page. Yeah, I don't see that. This is site administration. Only one more thing to do. We need to tell the admin that question objects have an admin interface. To do this, open the polls admin file and edit it to look like this. Polls admin.py file. Polls admin.py. There it is. Register your models. Django contra import admin. Yeah, we already have that. We need to tell the admin that question objects have an admin interface. Okay. From .models import question. Let's do that. From .models import question. There we go. Brilliant. What do we want to do next? admin.site.register question. Why are we doing this? Because we need to tell the admin that question objects have an admin interface. Okay, question objects have an admin interface. Let's do that. Admin.site.register, and then the question. Alright. Explore the free admin functionality. Now that we've registered questions, Django knows that it should be displayed on the admin index page. Oh yeah, there it is. What did we do? We registered question. Django knows that it should be displayed on the admin index page. Alright. How do we do this? Really simple. We're in the polls, right? We're in the polls, and we went to the admin.py file. We imported from the models, we imported question, right? We have used question somewhere. Yeah, in the previous videos. What we did next was, this is admin. From the admin, we access site, which is a variable. And then we access register, which is a method. A register question. And so the admin is now showing us the questions. Okay. Click questions. Now you're at the change list. Click questions. Alright? Questions. Okay, select question to change. You remember this? What's new? This is from a previous video. Now you're at the question at the change list page for questions. This page displays all the questions in the database unless you choose one to change it. Yeah, what's new? I see it. Click the what's up question to edit it. Alright, let's click it. There we go. Thanks to note here. 235, 12, alright, 226. The form is automatically generated from the question model. Question model. The different model field types, like datetime field and character field. Datetime field and character. Yeah, I do see that. Correspond to the appropriate HTML input widget. Each type of field knows how to display itself in the Django admin. Okay, each datetime field gets free JavaScript shortcuts. Datetime field, I see that. Gets free JavaScript shortcuts. Dates get a today shortcut. Yeah, I see that, yeah, today. And calendar pop-up. Calendar pop-up. Yeah, that's there as well. These are free JavaScript shortcuts. And times get a now shortcut. Time gets a now shortcut, yeah. And a convenient pop-up lists commonly entered times. Okay. Lovely. The bottom part of the page gives you a couple of options. The bottom part of the page. Yeah, so there's save and add another, save and continue editing, and all that stuff. Save changes and returns to the change list page for this type of object. Okay. Save and continue editing, saves changes and reloads the admin page for this object. Save and add another, saves changes and loads a new blank form for this type of object. Displays the leak confirmation page, okay? If the value of date published does not match the time when you create a question, it probably means you forgot to set the correct value for the time zone setting. Date published. Change it, reload the page and check that the correct value appears. Alright, let's do that. Okay. So, today, and then now. Change it. Save and continue editing. Alright. Save and continue editing. Let's do that. Alright. Then click history in the upper right. History in the upper right. Yeah, there it is. You will see a page listing all changes made to this project via the Django admin. Yep, this is the first change with a timestamp and username of the person who made the change. Timestamp and name of the username. Alright. Change history, what's up? Alright. I get it. The user is admin. When you're comfortable with the models API and have familiarize yourself with the admin site. Read part 3 of this tutorial to learn about how to add more views to our polls app. Yo, congratulations everybody. We made it to part 3. Writing your first Django app. That is so cool. That is so cool. We made it to part 3. So yeah, this is gonna be for some other day, most probably. It's gonna be for some other day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a very nice day. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.